I was born cold and crying on the ground, my mother not yet ready for the responsibility of childbirth. But I was a resilient baby nonetheless. I sprang to my feet and my baby legs pumped. Eventually me and my mother were reunited. I knew only the cute babies lived, but I was lucky for I was one cute baby. I love you mama, I lied, she loved me also, she lied back, but for a brief moment a flood of different emotions overcome my baby soul. Soon a local ginger, impressed by the cute baby, sacrificed his backpack for me. How could he not? I was that darn cute. In time I grew hair and I knew this was the time in which I was expected to fend for myself. At a young age I found a corpse with a top hat, the body of a rich person indeed. But I soon find the rest just rags not suitable for me. I put on the shoes of a dead man and continue my search for purpose. I found I spent much of my childhood surrounded by the sheep. I would tell them my thoughts and my feelings and the confusion I had towards my mother. In my teen years I was taught the art of axe mastery, by who I don't know, certainly not my mother. I soon set onto the world with my new powers by slaughtering all the geese that were now overpopulating the pen. I understood this was just the natural cycle, there would be more geese so long as there was someone to slaughter them. Did my mother understand this as well? Is this why she left me cold and alone? I had so many questions I wanted to ask. Did she really love her baby? Then for a moment I saw her. I did not know what to do. It had been years since I had last seen Mama. I ran. That was when I had Max. I was so proud of Max I gave him my backpack full of eggs. I soon began to parade him through the settlement. Max died. The SIDS had taken my baby. I hid his corpse behind a tree. Life so cruel, my mother ran and I was clothed by a stranger. And yet here I persist, and now when I've been given life to nurture and that life so quickly snuffed away. Crushed I returned to the only life I knew, with the sheep. That is when it happened. My mother came right in front of me and turned her back. Before I knew it I had the knife. I didn't know what to do, I had to play it cool. I killed 2 sheep and ran to the kitchen and hid my shame in pie. Was I really about to kill my own mother because of Max's death? Worse yet, I just killed my friends the sheep. I soon returned to the sheep to explain to them I did not mean to kill them, but had to in order to have an alibi for pulling the knife out on my own mother. But then my mother soon reappeared, and I did not know what to do. I had a knife in my hand, and I had to make it look I did this sort of thing regularly. I killed more sheep. I eventually stopped talking to the sheep and began wandering around. I lost my purpose. I found myself searching for an odd job here and there. I saw strangers with their kids all moving along. Then it happened, life was given to me. I named my baby Musa, and paraded him through the settlement. Then it happened, lag my nemesis. Not when baby Musa needed mama most. What if he jumped from my arms? Never mind, all good. Soon he was 3. I gave him luck and love, and sent him on his own. I soon returned to work tending to the sheep. I wanted to tell my mother how I felt and ask her for her forgiveness. Then it happened, I gave birth to my little miracle Cory. As I did with all my children, I began to parade her around the settlement. I ended up in the kitchen. That is where I saw her, my mother, burning geese. That is when I knew she was not a bad mama, who didn't love me, instead just a noob. Me and new baby Cory showed her the way. Using up one of our skill slots on hot coals. Really coals. My mother soon died after this. I felt at peace with her death after having seen her burn that goose. So I set upon killing geese so the next generation might have the same experiences as I had just. Maybe they too would see their mother burn one and find closure with it. That is when I had my second SIDS baby. This one did not affect me as strongly as Max. And I did not hide his corpse behind a tree. Instead I left him to rot where he lay. I gave Cory my backpack and hat. That much she would not need from a corpse at least. And for my generosity I was rewarded a fresh corpse. This time of a rich Uncle Tony. I spend my 40s doing odd jobs tending to geese and sheep, crafting, and baking. In my old age I grew senile and began hiding food in odd places. Maybe a turkey leg behind a maple tree. Old and senile I found my naked son Musa. I remembered how I could not clothe him. And now life seemed equally unkind. I gave him Uncle Tony's gear and wished him luck one last time. And with that I was at peace and ready to die. Hey, who took grandma's turkey leg? I know like only 200 people play this game. Which one of you was it?